Hey there, me again. Sorry, my video ran out, so I actually have to do two videos after all. So they didn't go to bed at noon, they went to bed at midnight. Okay, so I think this is where we are. We are at Thursday, July 25th. So they got up at 10 and had breakfast at home. We arrived in Asbury Park about noon. The beach house where we changed our clothes was very, what? Very inadequate. Very inadequate. Oh, Melody. Um, After a couple of swims, we dressed and ate dinner, noodle soup, turkey, french fries, apple pie a la mode at Criterion restaurant on the boardwalk. We squandered lots of money in the amusements building. That's like the most British old timey sentence I think she's written. We squandered lots of money in the amusements building. She was 15. Then it was home and to bed at about 11 o'clock. Okay, Friday, July 25th. I was up at 9:30 after breakfast and went to New York. Yay, back to New York with Mrs. Watts. After we left the ferry from Hoboken to New York, we took a taxi to Fifth Avenue. We ate a sundae and at a department store and then went shopping. I got two dresses, a blouse, and two pairs of fortlets? Oh, footlets! Footlets. Oh my gosh. My mother bought two dresses and a blouse in New York City. I I am so not surprised that I have wanderlust, and I'm so not surprised that I got her from her. But it was because it was in the DNA. She never talked about this stuff with me. It's just fascinating. Okay. What happened? She bought her footlets. We met Dad, Mr. Watts, and the boys, which would be Leo and Alfred, at um, at the zoo. We went to the Astor Hotel and had orange crush on the garden roof. We rested in the lounge before we ate dinner at the Starlight Roof. This is a woman whose father worked in a creamery, and I mean, talked about how dirt poor she was. And I mean, she was, but this is just fascinating. They saw Broadway at night. I was in bed by midnight. Saturday, July 27, 1946. I mean, the poor thing. It's amazing that she had this experience. Just so amazing. Saturday, July 27th. I was out of bed by 10 and we were on our way home by 11. We traveled on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. We didn't have any dinner but had supper in Somerset, where we stayed for the night at the Davies tourist home. We ate roast beef, gravy, cakes, and ice cream for supper. I was to sleep by 10. So Sunday, July 28th, 1946. We had breakfast in Somerset and reached Pittsburgh at 9. We had lunch, which was a half sandwich, a beef sandwich, and a beef sandwich, and sorry, I'm trying to figure out where that hair is in my mouth, and ice cream at Worcester. Then on and on and on. We stopped at Adrian for a sundae and were home by midnight. The end. Thus concludes, no, which side? It is that side. Thus concludes Melda's journey with her father. I don't think her mother was on this trip. I really think it was Imelda and maybe Uncle Gary or Uncle Thane can talk about why they did this. Did they win something? So Mr. Watts was a customer at the Remus Creamery. Did they invite them to come? Did Grandpa have a bigger job? So many questions. I thought he just worked in the creamery, like factory style. But maybe he got a bigger job, and then I know he started an insurance business, so they did okay. But my God, my mom just talks about how poor you guys were growing up. It's just amazing she had this experience. Okay, I'll stop talking, but there you have it. this is for family and cousins who seem to like the picture. And if you're not a relative and are still listening, thanks for stopping in. The life of Imelda continues to unfold for me in profound ways. Time to go back to New York. Road trip.